Hello, everyone. So I recently have decided that I am going to be embarking in a journey that I wanted to take the time to record a video series as I am preparing for this journey. So many of you guys are going to listen to this and going to think, why is he doing this? Why does he need to do this? And to be very honest with you, it's a personal choice of mine. Within the past few years, I went through a wave where, I've always struggled with my weight. I've always been up and down. And when I was back in Philadelphia, I was a part of a movement with Herbalife and just fit camps that I was a part of, and it was a beautiful journey, and I loved everything about it. I was feeling my best that I have ever felt in my life. I was in the best shape ever. I was at my ideal weight, which was anywhere between 178 and 180, and that's the average of as what society says for my height where I should be, right? So becoming a father has been the best journey ever, and with that comes different things. I became lazy in working out. I wanted to make sure that I dedicated all my time to really spending any time I could with him and not take anything away from that time that I felt was valued for him. So with that, there was lack of just working out, still eating healthy from time to time, but I found myself where I was strictly pescatarian and I wasn't eating any red meat. I wasn't eating any chicken. I was eating strictly just seafood and fish. And that still kept my digestive system feeling great. But then life again gets in the way. You start going to family functions. There's, pernil, there's, turkey, there's, Thanksgiving that comes around and all that good stuff. And I gave in. So I went back to just eating anything and everything. And I'm not quite to where I was at my heaviest, but I'm almost there. And I have become very self-conscious of myself, my body image. And, everyone can say you look great. Anthony, my husband can say, I love you the way you are. You look great the way you are. But internally, it comes down to me, right? How do I feel? What's going to be important for me? And it's been a real struggle. I've internalized this whole process. So I recently have turned to surgery, and I have a cousin of mine who recently went to Miami and had some surgery done, and I inquired and asked about her experience and did my own research. And what I found is that in the surgery type that I am planning on getting done, there's not really any men out there who have shared their journey, shared videos on what the process is like for men. When you look it up, it's strictly just a lot of women who have had the surgery done or who are planning to go through the surgery, and they're documenting their journey. But me being a man, I felt very lost in, how do I prepare for it as a man? When you look up the process of how to prepare and things to get in preparation for the surgery, there's everything leaning towards women. There's no list as to men. What clothes should you buy? What should you wear during the healing process and things like that. So, I figured with one other person who I've found who has had his journey with the surgery. He's documented it, but his journey was different in the sense that he didn't have the surgery here in the States. He had the surgery in Dominican Republic. So I wanted to share my journey. And today I am letting you guys know that I am in preparation of having a 360 Lipo with BBL. So BBL stands for a Brazilian butt lift, and many of you guys who know me personally will say, what are you doing? Why do you need this? Because most people say I already have a pretty, nice butt. But for me, I feel like when I lose weight, I tend to lose some of that shape in my buttocks area. So I figured, listen, I did all the work into putting this fat into my body, right? And I'm going through this procedure to get rid of it. Why throw it away? Put it to good use, you know? I'm not saying that I want to go astronomically big and look ridiculous with the BBL surgery. But for me, it's more of giving it more volume, giving it a little bit more shape, giving it that soccer butt look, right? So I don't plan to share this video until I have gone through my surgery, and I've been keeping it very low key because I don't want to be criticized by people. I don't want to be I don't want people to try to lure me or convince me otherwise and trying to talk me out of having a surgery. I've made up my mind. I've done my research, and I'm gonna have the surgery, and it's about 40 days away from the surgery date, and I'm super excited. I'm not quite nervous yet. I know the nerves will work up to get there, but I'm very excited. So I'm going to be going to Miami, and I'm going to be seeing Dr. Boker in Mia Aesthetics. So Dr. Boker is fairly new with the company, with the facility, and I'm excited to see his work that's up and coming, and just getting myself ready for the surgery. So I've gone through the series of process to start the whole procedure. So just to give you guys a little bit of a background, you don't with Mia Aesthetics, you don't really get to meet the doctor till the day of surgery, which is something that was a little bit of a, you know, alarming for me, because I'm just like, I like to meet him, you know, prior and get his input and figure out whether this is the right thing for me. But they really do have a team that guides you through the way and prepares you for the surgery, and they're very extensive in the amount of information that they give you, and they seem to be pretty well trained in what they do there. So I signed up. I sent in my information for a virtual consultation. Then they sent me back a link where I had to answer a series of questions, and I went through the process of answering those questions. I send in my photos. So there's a series of photos that you have to send in so you can see your front, both sides, and then your back area. So from that point, they approved me for being a candidate. Now, I wasn't approved necessarily to say, that I'm healthy enough for the surgery, but I was approved as a candidate for the surgery. So once that was approved, then I had someone who reached out to me in regards to the financial part. Every doctor there, obviously, depending on how long they've been with the company or the facility, have different pricing, right? So I went with Dr. Bowker because he seems to be, for me, in a financial standpoint, like just doing my research in Mia Aesthetics, I just felt like they're not going to bring in anyone working for them that isn't reputable, because they have a reputation to keep, right? They have facilities in Texas as well as now Las Vegas. So, I wanted to go with Dr. Boker. I can't remember. I think it's Boker. I keep saying Bowker, but it's Boker. Because for me, it was more cost efficient, and I just wanted to give him an opportunity to build his rapport there with Mia Aesthetics, since he is going to be a brand new doctor joining them. And I'm really excited. Really excited. So the person reached out to me in regards to financing. I said, okay, let's do it. In order to schedule my surgery date, I had to put a deposit down to hold a surgery date. There's a lot of if you go through the process with Mia Aesthetics, you have to be very thorough in reading the contract and everything that you go through with them, because once you set surgery date, you have to make sure that that's the surgery date you want to plan for. Because if you end up canceling it or rescheduling, there's like a $500 fee. So there's a lot of fees that I was just like, but again, that's like any other place. I work in a dental office, and if you don't show up for your appointment or you're canceling last minute, there are charges associated with it, right? So in dental practice, that fee is a lot smaller, but thinking about a plastic surgery place or just reconstructive surgery facility, obviously those fees are going to be higher. So those things you want to be aware of, and you want to make sure you're looking into the whole process. So I went ahead and put my deposit down. I secured my surgery date 3 weeks ago. It was that I secured that surgery date, and I'm 40 days away now from surgery, and I'm super, super, super excited. Some of the things that I was given information of, once that deposit was set, they then set me up with my concierge personnel, who pretty much is going to walk me through the whole process as the time approaches. So I had my first conversation with her on the phone. Her name is Stephanie, and she sent me over a thorough breakdown email so that I have it after our phone call. And basically, she went through the process of making sure that I had to get a series of blood work done and a urine test that needs to be done prior to surgery. It has to be done 30 days prior. She sent me over a medical clearance that I have to have filled out by my primary care physician, or you can go to like an urgent care and go have it done that way if you don't have a physician. So this upcoming Tuesday, today is Sunday, July 12th, and I'm actually celebrating my 6-year anniversary today. So, and happy anniversary to me and my husband. That all that information has to be sent into them, and they must have it 30 days prior, or you can forfeit your surgery date if you don't have that information. So this upcoming Tuesday, July 14th, I see my primary care physician for my yearly physical. I've already had my blood work done. I sent it over to Mia Aesthetics, and they actually approved the lab testing. So everything is good to go with my lab test. Now I just have to turn over, have my primary care physician fill out my medical clearance, so then I can send it to them. And the last thing prior to that is, because I am asthmatic, I am going to be required to do a chest x-ray. So once I see my primary care physician, he'll be ordering that so that I can have that done. And then I'll be pretty much exactly a month out to surgery, and then I'll be heading out to Miami. So I've got that part taken care of. So then they send you a whole list of like do's and don'ts. So pretty much 30 days prior to surgery, I pretty much cannot take any type of medication. They give you a whole list. The list is very extensive. So I just say, you know what, I'm just not going to take any medication. You can't take any multivitamins, aspirins, like ibuprofen, Tylenol, nothing. So if I end up suffering from a headache or back pain or anything, I can't take anything. And that's just the risk that I am willing to take to prepare for surgery, so that I make sure that I am fully ready to be healthy and heal from the surgery process. So another thing that they recommended was a series of vitamins from their end that they suggest that I start taking right away to prepare for the healing process. So the 3 vitamins that they suggested that I start taking, one of them was the vitamin C 1000 milligram. So I went ahead and I purchased this. So it's the just regular vitamin C. I got this one from Walmart. Not harmless vitamin C, right? Then they asked that I start taking Hemaplex. So let me lower this light here. So I got this ring light to kind of, document my journey and get some pretty good quality videos, right? So Hemaplex, these are soft gels, and this is to help. These are iron with essential nutrients for total blood health. So it's supposed to help with the procedure of the healing process with the blood process that I'm going to be going through and going under anesthesia. And then the other one, which is the last one that they recommended, was folic acid. So this is a 400 mcg, and this is it helps support the nervous system. So this is everything that they recommended. These two, the Hemaplex and the folic acid, I could not find at Walmart. So I just ordered it on Amazon. I got it here within a few days and started taking it right away with the vitamin C. So those are the 3 vitamins And these vitamins, they actually recommend that I continue taking them up until 2 weeks prior to surgery. So I'll stop everything as far as medication goes 30 days prior. And then I'll continue these until 2 weeks prior to surgery, and then I'll stop completely and I won't be taking anything. And then surgery day approaches and I'll be going under the knife. So again, Lipo 360 is a procedure that they're going to be going into 12 areas in the abdomen, on the side, the back. I believe they do a little bit of the chest as well, to remove as much fat as they can. So I think here in Florida, the legal amount that they are allowed to take out maximum is 4 liters. So I don't think that I'm at the point where 4 liters is really going to be anything much that they're going to be taking out. Because again, I'm in the right frame and the right height and weight to be considered for surgery, because they calculate the BMI. So you have to be within a certain range of BMI to be able to be considered for surgery. So I'm right in that range. Again, I'm super excited. I've started eating healthy again, so that way I can prepare myself for the healing process and being able to maintain that healthy kickstart per se. So I've been doing my shakes again in the morning. I actually started ordering my meals from Freshly. So Freshly is a company where I've been able to get really good pre-made meals, which are all fresh, never frozen, and they have been really good, like super delicious and just overall healthy. So I'm actually planning to continue that and order those so that I can take them on my trip to Miami and have them as part of my healing process. So that way I'm not worrying about eating out or anything like that. So yeah, so I am on my journey to a better version of myself, and I'm super excited, and I'm going to continue this journey in making sure that I video vlog, right, for you guys, so that when the procedure is done, I can walk you guys through my process, the healing, and the whole 9 yards. So I have a really great team at work who very few of them know the journey that I'm embarking in. And when I received the list from Mia Aesthetics in regards to things to prepare and bring for my surgery, they took that list upon themselves, and they're actually putting together a care package for me, which I thought was super sweet. And yeah, so continue watching through this journey, because like I said, I'm going to be posting this once I have my surgery completed, and I'll be posting it little by little. I'm not going to be, posting it all at once, but I'll show, probably share a video or two a week as I go through the healing process. And you guys will be watching out. So next week I'll share another, I'll record another video, next week being the week, from now to July 22nd, to July 12th, I'm sorry. And I'll share another video and what things I have bought to prepare for surgery, as far as just, the essentials, loose fitting clothes, or, robes and things like that, and what other recommendations I have reached out and found from other people who have gotten the surgery done. So I will keep you guys informed, and I hope you guys find this super helpful for anyone who is a male and thinking of going through the BBL surgery or just lipo surgery. If you feel confident that this is what you want to do it. Don't worry about what anyone else has to say. And I know that, I'm not posting these videos until afterwards because I just don't want to hear it. And I really don't care what anyone has to say because I'm going to do it. I just want to keep this to myself and my close friends and family who already know. And then I'll be sharing it with everyone afterwards. So continue. If you haven't already, click subscribe on my YouTube channel so that you guys can watch my journey as I go through the healing process. Wish me luck, pray for me, and I will see you guys soon, and I'll be showing off my new figure, my new body. So talk to you guys soon. Bye.